My character is going to be Turles' child, because Turles is my favorite Dragon Ball character for reasons. If he was just a good guy, he would have been the best character in the series. He would have just been an awesome character if he was good. I say that about Goku Black too. Any Goku clone it could be an awesome normal character if he was just good. So Turles would have came around with the Saiyan art, because that's the only way I see it happening. And he'd hook up with Bulma's sister. And they would have one child now, and I'll choose another one later. So Krillin would be the same age as Goten and Trunks. On the day of the World Tournament, where Turles returns home, the day before, like 7 years before that, of course, when Krishn's born. Well, actually, Krishn's older than Goten and Trunks. He's 9. So he was born right before the Cell Games, which everyone was introduced to him. So let's get on to their perspective. He's 9 years old, of course, and they're flying on their way to the World Tournament. Krishna says, "Hey, can I fly?" I forgot what Bulma's sister's name is, but she says yes, as he flies the ship going, as he starts to do loop-de-loops and all that crap, while Turles is on the top of it just standing there. He goes, "Maximum over!" But then his mom puts his hand in the way saying, "Nope, no maximum overdrive for you. You are not allowed to do that till you are 18, young man." He goes, "Fine." As he just goes maximum speed, but not maximum overdrive. He says, "If you want to go maximum overdrive, you're going in your own plane, not ruining our family plane. Our family jet." He goes, "Then can I?" She goes, "In this plane? Fine. Only at 18, though." Hi, Mom, what are you doing?
Want to get the camera? Tell us the food. Good? Go do your homework.
I'll do it after this video. So, she'd basically open up give him a capsule, he'd open up somehow the hatch, everything would start to blow out the window, but he would use key pressure so it would stop. He'd throw it out there, then he'd close up the hatch and jump out, flying into it. Going, "Haha, now I can go maximum overdrive." Boop! As he just blasts off. Turles catches up with him flying, going, "So, you want to have a race?" He goes, "Bet," as he slams the button this time, which makes him go 20 times faster. As they go, as Bulma's sister goes, as she presses the maximum overdrive to go even faster to catch up to those two. As what she does, they finally made it. Bulma, Chi-Chi, Goten, and Trunks all see a giant ship. See like a smaller airplane right there. And they see a little dot next to it. Next to them as they go, as then they curve down. Bulma gets a better look, saying that that's a Capsule Corp ship. That's a Capsule Corp plane. As the bigger one lands first. As Bulma's sister comes out, along with Turles coming too. Bulma and Chi-Chi greet Bulma's sister, and Vegeta and Goku greet Turles. As Vegeta says, "Don't you have a son, Turles?" As he points up into the air, as Krishna just blasting rockets into the air, going, "Yeah!" As he's also shooting fireworks. Bulma yells, "Krishna, no!" I'm not Bulma. Bulma's sister yells, "No using fireworks and rockets!" Bulma says, "Why is he using what?" She says, I let him fly the plane for a little bit, then he wanted to press maximum overdrive, so I told him to get in his own. And I told him he can't do it till he's 18, so now he's just gonna go crazy with it. Turles, do you mind stopping him?" He just appears and stops it, going, Christian slams his head onto the glass, going, "Ow! Why do you always do this to me? I always try to have fun." He goes, "Well, sorry, kiddo, but we gotta go." as he just presses a button and then it turns into a capsule as Christian starts falling, but then he lands on his feet. He's got a tail, remember that. As he lands on his feet going, chung. As he can manipulate his tail easily. He also has that beat hair. Actually, no, he has the Turles hair. I want to say that Turles is actually Goku's brother, for context. So Christian and Goten are cousins. As Christian only met Goten when he was 2 years old, and then they never met again. As they fly down and start to talk, saying hello, 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 as Christian greets them saying, hi, I'm Christian. Trunks says that he's Trunks and Goten says he's Goten. Christian thinks to himself saying that name sounds familiar. The name Goten sounds familiar, along with Trunks sounding familiar. As Bulma's sister facepalms saying, that's your cousin, Christian, that's your cousin Goten. And that's your cousin Trunks. He goes, I have 2 cousins? Yeah! Then they have a cousinly hug. Because remember, Bulma's sister, Trunks, blah blah blah, Turles, Goku's brother, blah 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 blah. So then he says, so, and then Goten says, you have my hair too. Person says, it's in reverse actually. You have my hair. He goes, what do you mean? He says, I'm older than both of you. Trunks is 8, you're 7, I'm 9. He goes, we are the 3 Musketeers. They go, yeah. As she says, do you guys want to go explore? Me and Trunks got that paper, we can go around. He goes, I feel bad for Goten, so here you go. And just hands him a stack of cash saying, you need it, my guy. You're gonna start being bored. He says, also, haven't you asked your brother to go see Kami? Your mother would easily allow it. Trunks says, I don't think Kami exists anymore. They walk over to Gohan, asking him, Gohan. Then Goten says, Gohan, look! As he sees Christian goes, hello, Gohan. He goes, hey, it's nice to see you again, sport. Videl says, Gohan, who's that? She says, that's my cousin, my younger cousin, Christian. You see that guy who looks like my dad, kind of, but with darker skin and much spikier hair? She says, yeah? He says, well, that's his dad, aka my uncle. His name is Turles. She says, not really a normal name? He says, so what? I was Christian starts laughing, going, as Gohan and Christian start to laugh. Then Videl, Trunks, and Goten say, what's so funny? And they say, and Christian says that Gohan was actually about to be named, was going to be named Einstein. And Gohan says, wait, what? He goes, yeah, my dad, since he was there when you were born, Chi-Chi, when they were making a joke, Chi-Chi, your mother said, we were going to name Gohan actually Einstein, but Gohan didn't like it. He goes, geez, well, I don't like that name then. He says, it would have been cool to hear Super Saiyan Einstein. He goes, as he covers his mouth, don't say that in front of Videl. He goes, oh yeah, she's an Earthling. She goes, what? He goes, you did it again. He goes, it's not my fault. She knows nothing about outer space. Has she been to science class? He says, duh, there's 8 planets in the solar system. Christian just pulls out a gun and puts it to her head saying, really? Really? Goten goes, as he just gets it. Trunks says, where did you get a gun? He goes, I've had this. He says, now, I'll explain to you that there's much more planets. Planet Namek, Planet Vegeta, which is actually gone now, and Planet Yardrat. There's millions more that I can't say, though. Planet Potiphuu! As he just puts the gun back. Then he says, Trunks, Goten, come with me, as they fly off. As they head to a certain area where no one can see them. He asks if they can go Super Saiyan. And they both go Super Saiyan. He goes, ah! As he goes into a better he goes into Master and Super Saiyan. And he goes, he says, how can you do that without your aura leak ink? He says, I've practiced to Master. If I might say myself. Trunks says, now you're just flexing. He goes, I'm sorry. Then they head back for the tournament as they're in their base forms now. Krillin says, wait, why are we flying? I can teleport us there. As he goes, boom, as he just instant transmissions them somehow there. Krillin says, oh, wait a minute. I just remembered something. Trunks says, what? He pulls the capsule and throws it up in the air, and then a sword comes out. With its cover on, don't worry, he's not going to get his hand cut. He catches it going, ding, as he puts it on his back, going, ah. Trunks says, you have a sword? He goes, that's awesome. Krillin says, yep, I have a sword. I'm just going to scare everyone in the competition with my sword. Then they just back down and I don't have to fight. Trunks says, so you're saying you're weak? He goes, no, I'm not. I'm saying I'm pretty strong. I'm saying that I'm going to use this to scare people so I don't have to waste any energy until our fight. Trunks says, can I hold the sword? Krillin goes, okay. As he holds it, Trunks drops it, going, ah! He goes, you broke the case. He goes, sorry. Bulma says, you broke it, Trunks? He says, it's fine, I'll just fix it. He just snaps his fingers and it's fixed. Bulma says, how did he do that? As she turns to her sister, she says, I don't know, Saiyan magic? Then Videl says, what's a Saiyan? She says, Christian says, Gohan goes, Christian says, the proper way to eat a crayon is to get the crisp paper and a nice wax ending. Videl just laughs, then he says, oh yeah, what she means by Saiyan magic, as she means like Saiyan, like saying, like a saying, I'm Saiyan magic. Like, it's like a cool kind of magician. As he snaps his fingers, she says, teach it to me. He goes, hell no, this took forever to master. It took me my entire life. All I did was snap my finger. He goes, it's not even that hard. Now let's just go into the World Tournament. Christian would just, when he'd fight, the first guy he says, should I threaten him with my sword, or should I just body him? He goes, I'll do both. As Christian fights Ikosa's second brother, Ikosa, you know, the dude that fought Goten, and Idasa, the one that fought Trunks, Christian's gonna face like Idosa. Christian goes, and he pulls out his sword and goes, ah! Chi-Chi doesn't look, and neither does Bulma, as Bulma's sister just stares, going, Goku says, isn't he not allowed to kill? Kuro says, who said he was gonna kill? Christian cuts his arm a tiny bit, cuts his arm, eensy-meensy, and then just jumps over him. He just faints. Christian goes, then Idosa's mother freaks out, saying, that brat killed my son! Christian says, oh, shut up, woman! Do you want to die? She goes, bring it on, young man! As Chi-Chi just punches her in the face, and then she gets knocked out. Christian says, thanks, Aunt Chi-Chi, as he just teleports to the stands. He goes, hello there, Uncle Goku. Uncle Vegeta-san. He goes, wait a minute, how am I your... He says, and if you're wondering how I'm your nephew, my mom is Trunks' mom's sister. And Goku right there, yes, Goku, is my father's brother. So, I am now your cousins. He said, so, I guess it's Trunks' match. Christian just dies laughing after Trunks just bodies him. He goes, after Goten's bodies Ikosa, Christian just dies. Like, he can't take the laughter anymore of how trash these kids are at fighting. They just body the rest until Christian faced the boxer dude who's got the boxing glove, the really skinny guy with the boxer glove. He goes, oh, I see that boxing gloves. He calls out his own, saying, you wanna go? Let's go! Let's go, let's go, let's go! Vegeta says, Turles, why is your son fooling around? Turles says, I have no idea. He does this every time to make it fun. He just punches him in the gut and he goes flying. Christian goes, hey, 1 round knockout! 54-0! 54-0! Yeah! As now it's time for the 3-way final match. Christian puts away his sword, saying that he doesn't want a sword for this fight. One time they all three of them start to clash in the middle and actually no, look, it's a 4-way. There's one more kid who made it to the final somehow. He rushes at Christian. Christian just dodges and punches him in the stomach, then kicks him out of it. Then he grabs the kid before he falls out and slams him to the ground. Then he kicks him in the face, launching him back. Christian teleports and says, nice try, as he just puts his arm out, and like Trunks and Goten did in the special, where they like did the hand thing, he just does that and the guy gets knocked, and the kid gets knocked back into the ground. He's unconscious. Christian goes, knocked out already? I was gonna give you a training session. The kid goes, training session? As he wakes up, he goes, I'm ready. He shoots a blast at him and the kid starts running away from it. He goes, ah! Christian goes, really? That wasn't even part of the training session. And then the kid runs toward him and says, woo! As he goes to punch him, Christian goes, Turles goes, uh-oh, look away, all innocent eyes. Goku says, what do you As Christian, with such a strong knee to the stomach, goes, BAM! Like Gogeta did to Broly, as then he spins around and kicks his face, knocking the kid out of the arena. And Goku's like, ugh, that's a bad one. Vegeta goes, I like it. That's a great move. As Goten and Trunks finally finish fighting, with Trunks winning. And just, let's go, Trunks. I think I'm ready. As he says, want to give up the Super Saiyan rule? He goes, sure. As Christian goes, ah! As he goes into Super Saiyan, along with Trunks going in it as well. They go, with flurries of punches and kicks. Christian is landing really good mediocre shots on Trunks. Where Trunks is like, I'm not hitting him? Then Christian goes, me ban, shoo shoo shoo, shoo shoo shoo, meow meow meow. Me ban, I got to, meow meow meow. As he's dancing while dodging all of Trunks' attacks. Going, ugh. Vegeta says, what? He's literally just dancing and he's dodging all of them. Christian spins his fist around and punches Trunks, knocking him back. He's, as he almost falls at the edge, but then he backflips. Trunks shoots out a giant blast at him. Christian just flicks it into the sky. Trunks goes, what? Christian goes, you call that a blast? Trunks appears in front of him for a strong energy beam, but then a weird purple mirror appears in front of Trunks. Goku goes, oh crap, Trunks is dead. He goes, what? As his blast is just taken away. Then Christian slams his hand forward going, ah! As a giant blast, a purple blast comes at Trunks. He goes, ah! As he's almost knocked unconscious, but then he gets back up a couple of seconds later and shoots another blast going, ah! Christian jumps over going, purple! He says, super black Kamehameha! Boom! As he shoots a humongous Kamehameha and the two clash. As he goes, stop, bring my fight, this, so, say, so. As he turns, then his Super Saiyan goes away, and Trunks thinks he's won this clash, but then Christian's hair flows up even harder, and his eyes turn yellow, and a green aura swirls around him. As he goes, ah! As he punches back the blast, and punches Trunks out of the arena. He goes, ah! Ah! Well, we don't really know the boost of Hikari, so we're gonna go with the boost of because that's stronger than Super Saiyan. Remember that, and Super Saiyan 2, and Super Saiyan 3, and Super Saiyan God. So it's got a huge boost to it. That would have just one-shotted Trunks, as he wins and gets the money. As he snaps his fingers, and half the money disappears. Chi-Chi stands up to Chi-Chi and everyone else stands up to congratulate, but Chi-Chi says, I feel a little heavier. Then she tries to feel around her legs, and then she feels in her pocket something. She feels it, then she like presses it a little. Then she pulls it out, finding a stack of 20,000 of 100,000 zenny. She goes, ah! As she faints. Christian goes, I didn't expect that to do that. As Goku rushes over asking Chi-Chi if she's okay, and she says, 100,000 zenny! We're rich! He goes, how did that happen? When Goten's also wondering, Christian smiles at Goten with a peace sign, going, He goes, I can't tell if that was a thing to make me jealous, or if that was the sign of him telling me that he did it for my mom. Christian goes, He goes, oh, so he did do it. As Mr. Satan gives him a free shot, and Christian goes, can I get a free energy blast? He goes, no, those are way too weak. They won't even hurt me. Christian says, isn't that what you want? Christian goes, Gah! As he's about to murder Mr. Satan with a blast, but then he says, please, just a punch. Christian goes, as he does a sneak attack, ready to charge a punch, then he goes straight into Super Saiyan and launches Mr. Satan to the sky, going, and Mr. Satan goes flying, and then they see just a star going, he smiles, going, eat that! As he smiles, going, As now it's time for like where Goku and crap leaves when Gohan's match is over. Christian says, instead of joining the Junior League, do you guys just want to fly along? Do you guys just want to go in my aircraft and just go fly around? He goes, sure. The two get in and then they blast off. After flying around the world a little bit, they turn back. And Christian's running out of fuel. He says, guys, do we mind going to the gas station and getting more fuel? Trunks says. Christian says, we have fuel tanks in the back. Trunks picks it up and then flies out and starts to fuel it. Then he grabs another one because it just emptied. Then they fly off again. As they finally make it. To see Vegeta destroying the entire stadium, Christian says, he's not supposed to be doing that. Throws up an energy blast and it bounces off Vegeta. He goes, Trunks says, what the heck? That was my dad. He goes, yeah, and your dad was killing tons of people. He goes, what? As they look down, seeing Vegeta killing tons of people. As then they see Gohan getting body as he flies towards their ship. Christian says, Robo Arm! As a giant Robo Arm catches Gohan. He says, now add healing effect. Boom. As Gohan's back to full health, as he sees that he's in the crane of this thing, and Christian says, he says, what's going on down there? He says, there's a giant monster down there. Escape quickly. Grab your parents and leave. Christian says, my dad can easily deal with this. He says, your dad's fighting him right now. It's a little troubled. Christian just drops Gohan, saying, get going, Gohan. We're going to deal with this too. Gohan yells, ready to blast their ship. But Christian activates Maximal Overdrive and blasts off. He goes, but Goten is worried because Gohan just told them not to go because it's really bad. Christian says that he has a plan and launches down poisonous balls. As he also grabs one crane to lift up the Supreme Kai. As the poison bombs are dropped down on Babidi and Dabura, along with Boo. As he goes, eat all these poisonous bombs, you stupid loser! yeah! Rockets too! He says, Trunks, Goten, there's commands in the back, spam them! As they go, children overdrive! As Deborah dies of sickness because of how the poison works, along with Bobby almost dying, but Boo heals him. As Christian just launches more, going, yeah! He goes, eat this! Final Flash! As he presses a button which launches out a humongous energy beam at Boo and Deborah, which annihilates Bobbity almost, with Boo blocking some of it. Christian goes, yeah! Eat more, dumbass! Yeah! As Boo shoots a beam up there and Christian blasts off going, ah! Launch more nukes! Christian pulls something from his pocket and says, eat an airstrike, mother flipper! As he throws an airstrike down, and then they fly out of the way so they don't get into the smoke cloud where the rockets are coming from, as they launch down on Boo. Boo was getting hit by them and actually being hurt from those. He goes, as they decide to fly off to a mountain, but Boo, right before that, shoots a blast, which Gohan tries to fly to, but Supreme Kai teleports in like a badass and slaps it away, going, I am the Supreme Kai of this universe. I won't let a monster like you destroy it! As he flies at Boo with full speed, with full force, and actually lands a really solid punch on Boo, knocking him back. As he goes, I won't let you do this! As he shoots a giant blast at Boo, as he goes, ah! As he goes, ah! I won't let you! But then Boo just crushes all of Shin's body by sitting on him, because we all know that Boo eats way too much. And that just, like, happens in canon. But they just got nuked and actually killed. Supreme Kai would Kai out of there, and also stop Gohan from dying. As he teleported him and Gohan to the Supreme Kai world, where Kibito is. Where Turles would not die, but he would be helping Goku he wouldn't be helping Goku, as Vegeta would be still fighting Goku, as Turles would try and hold off Boo, but in the rage of seeing his son and 2 other kids die, he powers up straight into Super Saiyan 2 in a rage, punches Boo going, as he shoots a giant beam at him, almost killing Boo, but Boo slaps it away almost. Turles is launching millions of attacks. As that's going on, Christian, Trunks, and Goten's remains land on top of Chi-Chi's head. As Chi-Chi and Bulma and little sister are walking throughout the forest, having fun, because like they're just chatting. As you go, then Chi-Chi shrieks along with Bulma and Bulma's sister. As the scream actually gets to Vegeta's head, as he flies off to see what's going on, along with Goku because the Majin Seal was released. As they look to see Chi-Chi screaming and crying, and Bulma crying along with Bulma's sister, they wonder what's going on, and then they see that there's Goten's arm, Trunks' leg, and Christian's arm. Then they say what happened, and they said that Christian, Trunks, and Goten were all laying down, we're all putting giant nukes on top of that Boo monster, which actually did weaken him, but that monster shot a blast at them and killed them, is what they think. She said, Bulma's sister takes the entire blame, saying that it was probably her son's fault, and she's very sorry about this, that her son was acting reckless. As Bulma tells her not to worry, because they know what happens when you die. They're allowed to keep their body in the other world. As they go to this, they're trying to find the location of where Gohan's energy is. As all 3 of them teleport there, going, As Gohan says, "You 3, what are you doing?" As Gohan freaks out, as he almost passes out, seeing as little brother is dead, along with his 2 best friends, along with Goten's 2 best friends, 2 friends. He actually finished, and Supreme Kai says, "Gohan!" And Supreme Kai Shin asks what they did. And they said that, that Boo killed them, and now Gohan's freaking out. When Gohan awakes, he sees that they're fine. Then he says that they have things to do. Krillin says that he can use a technique to try and bring them back to life. And Trunks says, what are you waiting for? As he shoots a blast into the sky. As they're hit by it. As they go... And then their halos are gone. He asks Supreme Kaishin if there's any way he can get training. While these two can go back down to Earth. As he knows that these two are best friends, so they could probably be a great combo, and he's basically useless, so he can't really do a lot. So he's got things to do. As he flies off to go to King Kai, as he actually learns Kaioken along with a spirit bomb. And that's it for now.